Whoa, that's definitely food for thought. We'll be going into some depth about the challenges that Dilshad is facing in her business. Don't go away. Welcome back to It's My Biz, the big show for small business. This week's show is all about the appetizing condiments on sale at Simply Spice. With us in the Biz Beam is the owner, Dilshad Dalvi. Dilshad, still feeling good?
Absolutely, I can't wait to carry on.
All right. Our panel of biz whizzes, Francis Wright, Mike Said, and Thane Niemand. We're going to start with the person who gave us the lowest rating today. How do we turn that 2 into a 10, Mike?
Imagine walking through Kenilworth Centre. You're walking towards the shop. What do you see? Nothing. No branding, no signage, no marketing. That's where you need to start. Then imagine yourself walking into the shop. As you go in, all these different colour labels, nothing meaning anything. Bring in some consistency in the labelling. Make all the hot spices one colour, all the certain spices another. What you're doing you're just helping customers in their shopping, getting things right.
Andile, let's get to some hard science here.
Ooh, okay, someone's ready to talk money.
Gross profit is so important for every business owner, Dilshad. You have a problem with the gross profit because I've noticed your gross profit is declining. Now, the higher your gross profit, the more easier it is to pay overheads and expenses. So you need to concentrate on gross profit. But you're making a basic error. We often mix up the ratio of gross profit with markup. So if you want a higher gross profit, you've got to put a higher markup.
Is the pricing in a shop not right?
The cost of goods seems to be out of sync with the gross profit that you used to make. If you want to target a gross profit of 20%, you need to have a markup of 25%. If you're targeting a gross profit of 30%, for example, you need to target 42.9% as a markup.
This business is sourcing most of its goods from one supplier. Is that a good idea?
If you have one supplier, you can't compare prices and you can't source for the best quality. So you're putting all the power in the hands of your supplier.
It's often the most convenient thing, though, isn't it, though, Dilshad?
It's a comfort zone that I'm afraid I am guilty of.
Let's talk about setting this business apart.
One of the things you might want to do is start handing out recipe cards to everybody who comes in. Imagine, go and have 52 recipes. Each week, there's a new recipe card. If I'm not coming back for spice this week, I'm coming back for another recipe card. And then I'll come back for spice. Then you could put that on your website. You can have a place where people can send in their recipes to you. And so this will become, you become the expert. Cooking outside your shop. Set up some tables, give people tasters, give them samplers, cook different food. But get your staff involved in each one of these processes along the way.
There's a problem with that because the staff has actually not taken Dilshad's culture.
Oh.
So there's a missing link in the culture between what Dilshad wants to have for the company and what the employees have.
Are they willing to listen, though? Are you at a point where you can hold them accountable?
I think they could be very soon if I did my job.
I think a workshop would help a lot. Have you ever actually told them what your vision and mission for the company
I
is?
think I have, but maybe I haven't.
Do you know that you can actually measure staff productivity?
How?
You take your sales and you divide it by your staff cost, and you're going to get a factor. And if that factor is going up, it means your staff's becoming more productive.
Is that the Thane coefficient?
The Thane coefficient, it's a staff productivity coefficient.
Every business wants to grow. Every business owner has dreams. So what are yours in terms of growth?
I'm dreaming of franchising my business.
Okay.
Isn't that the best way to grow the business? At this stage, growth will kill the business. Because you can grow a business, you have to have everything perfect. I'm not saying Dilshad is making losses, but if you're making losses in your bird's eye view of your company as is, if you just grow it, the losses will also grow. Whatever you're seeing now will grow. If you've got trouble paying suppliers, if you grow, you'll have bigger supplier bills that you can't pay.
Now, on that point, Francis, don't you think that if Dilshad gets her gross profit right, her markup right, and her net profit right, that would be a step in the right direction?
It will be, but there's got to be a business in a box. So the processes, the look and feel of the store, everything should be predetermined before the next store can be put down.
So it can be duplicated.
What you do need to know is how to find those benchmarks. Where are you going to find what's the correct gross profit and markup and net profit? And I'd suggest you've got a great start because you can just go and have a look at the business margins when you bought it.
So there's
You
a
can
history there.
There's
There's
a
a
history.
history, okay.
You can look at on the internet. They will give you necessary benchmarks. Go to your Chamber of Commerce. So find those benchmarks before you grow the business because, as Francis says, you might be growing a bigger hole than what you really want.
Not a lot of space in this store. What does Dilshad need to think about in terms of using that space wisely?
Delia, I'm the branding guy. I see light, I see color, I see pictures. I see people walking into the store and using all their senses. That's how it works in your spice shop. When it comes to the space, I'm going to hand that over to Francis.
Dilshad, in business, everything has to work together. Just organize your products in the same process as people would buy, and then put the sweets by the till so that it's comfortable for people to move through the store and buy the product in process.
Lots to think about, yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, we all know that behind everything we do here on It's My Biz are the amazing people who make things happen. I'm talking about Nedbank. And now it's time to hear some truly valuable entrepreneurial advice in our Nedbank Biz Tips, the weekly slot where Sibongiseni Ngunze of Nedbank passes on some real biz wisdom. There's another reason that you really need to take a listen to this if you're an entrepreneur. That's right, it's time for our competition.
We've got a fantastic Nedbank financial fitness package for your business that includes 2 years free transactional banking from Nedbank, 1 day's consulting with Lauren Fleiser from Trutrepreneur to assess and identify the challenges that you're facing in your business and gives you a practical strategy to correct them. And a Samsung RC510 laptop, specially designed for durability and hardiness for the entrepreneur on the move.
Remember, we'll be giving one of these packages away every week during this series of It's My Biz. All you have to do to go into this week's draw and to stand a chance of winning this valuable Nedbank financial fitness package for your business is listen to the Nedbank Biz Tip coming up. Then send us your answer to the question that follows.